And you found all these birthday cards in the attic room, Toby?
Yes, they were hidden away in a corner. I think they're quite old, aren't they?
They certainly are.
Oh!
Sorry, Toby.
Yeah, that's all right, Auntie Flo. I wondered if they were sent to the magician years and years ago. He is very old, you know.
Well, he's not that old. He's certainly not as old as some of these cards. In any case, he doesn't seem to celebrate his birthday. In fact, I'm not sure that magicians have birthdays.
How strange. Imagine never getting birthday cards. Or birthday presents. It doesn't seem fair.
It doesn't, does it? I don't think I'd like to be a magician.
You know, there ought to be a special day when you send cards to magicians and give them presents. A magician's day.
That's a nice idea, but I'm not sure there's such a thing as Magician's Day.
Then we ought to start it. In fact, we could start it now.
Why not? We'll make today Magician's Day.
Yes, we will. We'll send him a Magician's Day card.
Right, we could cut some of the pictures off these and stick them on this bit of card.
And we'll give him a Magician's Day present.
Yes.
The trouble is, I haven't got any money to buy him anything.
Neither have I. But we could pick some apples and put them in a basket. That would make a good present, and the magician loves apples.
He's not the only one. I like apples too. I think food makes a wonderful present.
Aunt Matilda of the Wide Awake Mice certainly thought so when she got a cheese as a present.
Oh, was it her birthday?
No. In fact, it was really meant for someone else.
Then how did she get it?
Well, why don't we stir the water in the magic puddle and we'll find out.
All right. It's a pity the magician isn't here to see how good our magic is.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Right.
It was winter in Puddle Lane. The birds had eaten all the seeds and berries, and the wide-awake mice were very hungry. Grandfather Mouse went off with Chestnut, Aunt Jane, Jeremy and Miranda to look for food. They were halfway down Puddle Lane when Chestnut squeaked, "Hide!" Miss Baker was coming up the lane. Miss Baker stopped at the door of the house where Miss Matilda Match lived. She had a parcel in her hands. Miss Matilda Match was Miss Baker's aunt, and Miss Baker had bought a cheese for her. She knocked on the door, but there was no answer. "Aunt Matilda must be out," she said, and she put the parcel down on the steps. She wrote Aunt Matilda on a card and left it tucked under the string of the parcel. As soon as she'd gone, Chestnut ran up the steps. "I smell cheese," he said. The others ran after him. "Wait a minute," said Grandfather Mouse. "This card says Aunt Matilda. It must be a present for Aunt Matilda. I wonder why it was left here." "Let's take it home to her," said Aunt Jane. "It's no good leaving it here. And if it's cheese, we can all have some." The mice all climbed up the steps. They got behind the parcel and pushed, and the cheese rolled down into the snow. The mice ran after it and began to push it up Puddle Lane. But the parcel was very heavy, and soon they were all tired out. Oh, we'll never get it home like this," said Aunt Jane. "Let's make a hole in the paper and eat some of it." Chestnut and Jeremy tore the paper back, and they all began to eat. It wasn't long before they'd eaten a big hole in the cheese. They were so busy eating, they didn't hear Sarah and Peter coming along the lane. "What's that?" said Sarah, looking at the cheese. She picked it up, but the mice all squeaked with fright, so she dropped it, and the mice all ran away up the lane. Sarah picked up the cheese again. "Someone must have bought this at the market," she said. but it's no good to them now. Let's take it to the hollow tree in the magician's garden, said Gita. The mice live there. They must be very hungry. The mice had all rushed back to their hole. Whatever's the matter? Cried Aunt Matilda. And where's our food? Cried Uncle Maximus. Grandfather told them what had happened. But I'm so hungry, cried Uncle Maximus. I smell cheese, squeaked Chestnut. He ran up into the hollow tree. Cheese! Cried Chestnut. The cheese is here! All the other mice came running out of the hole after him. When the moon shone into the hollow tree that night, the wide-awake mice were fast asleep. They were feeling very full. Aunt Matilda woke up for a moment. It was a wonderful present, she said sleepily. I wonder who sent it to me. But nobody answered, and she went back to sleep.
And they didn't know that the cheese wasn't meant for their Aunt Matilda at all.
No, they didn't.
Since the magician's not here to check that the story's been magicked into the big book, perhaps we ought to do it.
Yes, I think we should.
Now then, pencils and paper, pens and ink, the words shall appear before you can blink.
Excellent. Now, 5 of the wide-awake mice went to market with food. There was Chestnut, Jeremy, Miranda, Aunt Jane. Now that's 4. Can you remember who the 5th was?
Who? I know. It was Grandfather Mouse.
That's right. And when they found the parcel of cheese, it was Grandfather Mouse who read the card. There, can you read it?
I think so. It says... Aunt?
Aunt? That's right.
Matilda.
Aunt Matilda. That's right. Look, it says so underneath. Aunt Matilda.
They thought it was a present for Aunt Matilda Mouse, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a present for Miss Matilda Match.
That's right. Anyway, they began to roll the cheese home. But who came along?
Sarah and Gita. The mice ran away, but Sarah and Gita took the cheese and left it outside the hollow tree where the wide-awake mice live.
That's right. And they had such a good feast. Look, here they are, all with full tummies and all fast asleep.
What's the story called?
Here's the title. See if you can read it.
Present
Well done.
for
Aunt.
Matilda.
Well done.
There, well,
I must start picking some apples as a present for the magician.
Oh, before you do that, will you cut out the pictures for the Magician's Day card?
Right, now, which ones would you like? Let's see, there.
That
nice.
one? And that one,
there.
yes.
Right. There.
We can stick them on this piece of card.
Yes,
And I'm
that's
sure all my
right.
friends in the gazebo will want to help.
Oh, I bet they will. There you are. There. Now, here's some gum. And careful not to get it all over your hands and fingers, won't you?
Oh, yes, of course. I will. Thank you, Auntie Flo. Right, I'm off to the gazebo now. I'll see you later.
Oh, well, I must look for a basket to put the apples in.
Hello, everybody. Do you know what day it is today?
It's Thursday.
Yes, I know it's Thursday. But it's not just any old Thursday. There's something special about today.
Oh, yes, of course. I know. It's Christmas Day. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
No. It's not Christmas Day, Mr. Hooter. It's Magician's Day.
Never heard of it.
That's because there's never been one before. Today is the very first one. Auntie Flo and I have just started it.
I see. Well, what happens on Magician's Day then?
Well, you give cards and presents to magicians. Now, who would like to make a card for the magician?
I'd like to make
I
one.
would,
I'd like
please.
to make one.
Good. Well, all you've got to do is to stick these pictures onto this card with this gum.
Aren't you going to help?
No. You see, Mr. Hooter gave me an idea when he started singing, "We wish you a Merry Christmas."
Rather good, wasn't it?
Well, not that good, but it made me think. You have special songs for Christmas and birthdays, so there ought to be a song for Magician's Day. I'm going to get Beryl to help me make one up.
Oh, hello, Toby. Where are you off to?
Nowhere.
That's a strange place to go. And, what are the rest of you doing?
Oh, nothing.
I see. You're all busy doing nothing, and Toby's in a rush to go nowhere.
Yes, sir, that's right.
How very odd.
Phew, that was close. I thought for a minute he was going to find out about Magician's Day, and that would have spoilt the surprise.
Magician's Day. Did you ever hear anything like it?
I think it sounds fun. Come on, let's stick these pictures on the card.
What did he say?
He wished us all a happy new year. I think he's got a bit mixed up.
Hello, everybody. Oh, that looks very nice.
Thank you. But do you think it ought to say Happy Magician's Day?
Yes, I do. Would you like me to write it on?
Yes, please.
Right. Now. Happy Magician's Day. There. Happy Magician's Day. Now. There. Where's Toby, by the way?
Here I am. Beryl and I have just been making up a special song for Magician's Day.
Oh, how lovely. The magician will be pleased.
Will I?
Oh,
Oh, magician, you're back already. All together now. 1, 2, 3.
Happy
Magician's Day.
What's all this about? What is Magician's Day?
today's Magician's Day. In fact, it's the very first one because we've only just thought of it.
Well, what happens on Magician's Day?
Well, magicians get cards.
Oh, happy Magician's Day. Thank you. It's lovely.
And presents?
Oh, apples. Oh, thank you very much. I'm very fond of apples.
And there's a special song for Magician's Day as well. Music! Happy Magician's Day, that's what we'd like to say. You'll enjoy it all the more, since there's not been one before. So we all would like to say, Happy Magician's Day!
Well, thank you all very much indeed. This is wonderful, Magician's Day, eh? I'm surprised no one's thought of it before.
It was all Toby's idea.
And a very good idea too, Toby.
Oh, thank you. But I've an even better idea for tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow?
Didn't you know? Tomorrow is Spell Dragon Day!
Oh, Toby.
There's never been one before, but I think it's about time somebody started. Don't you think? Now, who's going to make me a card?